Hello dear students, this is Rekha Bajaj. This video is for the students of class 10th and today we will study about a poem from your first flight book named The Ball Poem written by John Barrymore. Now let's read about the poet. John Barrymore was an American poet and scholar. He was born on 25th October 1914. He was a major figure in American poetry in the second half of the 20th century. He is best known for his work The Dream Songs, which was a sequence of 385 poems. He won Pulitzer Prize and National Book Award for his work The Dream Songs. In this ball poem, the poet conveys the grief of a boy at the loss of his ball. The poet thinks that the loss of the ball will teach the boy a lesson of accepting the loss, or he senses his responsibility in a materialistic world. We can say that this poem describes the reality of life which everyone has to face one day. The poet has touched the topic of how to stand up against the miseries and sorrows of life. Now see the explanation along with the word meanings. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over there it is in the water. The word merrily means in a cheerful way. The poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. He wants to know about him and his reaction at the loss of his ball. Further, he asks to himself that what this boy will do after losing this ball. I saw it go merely bouncing down the street. The poet has seen the ball going away from the hand of the boy. He says that the ball was cheerfully moving up and down in the street. It means when the ball skipped from the boy's hand, it went into the street and later on it fell into the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. In this line, the poet says that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he should not be worried at the loss of his ball, and he can get another ball in place of that. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. So here, shaking grief means sadness which greatly affects the boy. Rigid means stiff. Next word, harbor, which means an area of the sea at the coast which is partly enclosed by land or a strong wall so that boat can be left there safely. So, in these lines, the loss has greatly affected the boy that he is completely surrounded by sorrow. As a result, he stands straight for some time and then starts shivering all over and looking towards the harbor where his ball went. The water reminds him of those sweet old memories of his young days when he owned it, when the ball was with him. It shows that the boy is desperate to get his ball back. I would not intrude on him a dime, another ball is worthless. Intrude means to enter a situation where one is not welcome or uninvited. Dime means 10 cents, or in other words, a small amount of money. So the poet is of the view that he will not interrupt the child in his sorrow, and giving him a dime to purchase another ball will not hold any value for him or will be worthless for the child. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls, balls will be lost always, little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Further, the poet says that the time has come for the boy to learn the responsibility of taking care of his things. As in this materialistic world, we own many things, and it is our responsibility that we must keep those things safe. However, nothing will remain with us forever, be it the worldly things or the relationships. We can say that here ball is a symbol for all of one's possessions, and the boy must know that other people may take away his ball or it may lose in some other way. So he has to learn to live without them, and no one can buy back such things for him. Then the poet says money is external because it can buy only materialistic things but not the feelings, not the emotions associated with the lost things. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. The word epistemology is derived from the Greek word episteme means knowledge, in other words to understand or to know something. In these last four lines, the poet wants to say that the boy's eyes are filled with sadness, but behind all the grief, he is learning how to stand up against the sense of lost things. He is trying to learn the real truth of life, and he has to accept the miseries of life and stand up again. This is the truth which everyone has to learn in his or her life. The truth of standing up against the miseries of life, no matter how much it hurts inside, but that is the only way to survive and not to cling onto something that you can never have. So, with this, the explanation is completed. Now, let's see the message the poet conveys. In this ball poem, the poet wants to convey the importance of loss and responsibility in life. We must not feel disheartened and dejected, but try to stand up and bear the loss with self-understanding. We should not be attached towards materialistic things as they are subject to perish. At last, take the view of poetic devices used in the poem. We can see anaphora is used as the first and second line begin with the same word what, and merrily is used in line third and fourth. Next device is assonance. We can find repeated use of vowel O. For example, boy, now, lost in first line. Then repetition is used by the poet as the word what and ball are repeated. We can get the example of alliteration also in the line buys a ball back. There is no rhyme scheme followed in the poem. So these are the main poetic devices that have been used in the poem. With this, we come to an end of this video. I hope it will be useful for you. Goodbye and take care.